Yo, this is Alex from Alpha Destiny, bring you back another upper body workout. Today, we're maxing out on the incline barbell bench press. And as you know, I haven't done this exercise in so long. Was really focusing on the home training, so it feels great to be lifting heavy again.
Really easy. Now the real singles begin. 3 tests and that's it.
And you know what? All I can say is calisthenics for the win, as well as staying natural. Because you will maintain your gains, and if you did lose a little bit of strength, it's going to come right back. I'm pretty much where I was pre-peak bench strength. So everything is going exactly as planned.
It's pretty ugly in this group, but I know I got more, so let's keep going.
Alright, so 315 would be nice, but I'm feeling 310 right now, which is basically 140 kilograms. We're going to see how this set goes, and I'm just done after this point. I don't do fourth attempts anymore. So I'm keeping this workout video to the point. Let's get this 1 rep max in, then I'll get right back to you.
Again. I should have done 315. Fuck! Wow. You know what though? I'm happy. Strength is where I want to be. Been doing overhead press, rotating the variation every single week, following this back up. I'm feeling great, man. So let's just keep the progress going.
You heard it there. A little bit of regret, but still super pleased. I prefer not to go for fourth attempts because it really interferes with my recovery, and then sometimes I gotta hype up a little bit more. So to me, it's not worth it. I can typically estimate, let's say 5-10 pounds more than what I currently hit, or if I'm not estimating, I just leave it as my lifetime PR for that day and that's it. So I'm still making gains regardless. You don't need to have extreme grinders every single week, guys.
Chain pressing is not easy, I tell you. Especially off an incline.
So yeah, that was my second time performing incline bench in what, 6 months? Last week I did incline bench 1 max with chains, 255, 265. This time I did it without the chains. And before that, I was doing only overhead press, rotating the variations, Swiss bar, regular bar, off pins with chains. That's all there is to it. Concurrent periodization is about rotating the variations. And then, after maxing out, we did some volume work, which is what you're seeing right now. And for those asking, by the way, Alex, why does your incline not look super high? Well, the only setup that I have available, but also, you don't need more than 30-45 degrees. If you use a super high incline, you're just getting more shoulder activation, not necessarily more upper chest. And I'd argue that the carryover is more specific to OHB, not flat bench.
It's only got 8 reps, but that's fine. I'm still within the target range, so I'll do this again next week. And after that, weight jump.
And to me, that certainly takes priority. And I'm already doing lots of volume, so it's not a problem. Also, when you incline bench, make sure to retract that scapula. Don't keep a flat back like what a lot of bodybuilders tell you. That's a one-way ticket to Snap City. Anyway. Here's the third exercise, overhead press. It's a staple in my routine. It's pretty much done year round at this point. I made the great error of dropping them a long time ago, and I felt like my shoulders were a little bit more achy during that time period. And I had to compensate with a lot more heavy bench volume, which hurt my recovery in a significant way. So now that I'm doing overhead pressing, the shoulder gains are unreal, the tricep gains are great as well, and I feel healthier than ever, and the carryover is insane on every possible level. Any press that I could think of, OHB will raise it. And for this, I like to max out in addition to doing ramping sets and just 3 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 10.
That's what I mean by learning how to strain. The chains really teach you how to do that. It also makes it such that you're exhausted. So when you start doing this raw work, the lockout is even harder than usual. You still have that mindset of pushing through. Final set, man. Let's finish it.
At the end of the day, it's not complicated. So this is me in a pre-exhausted state, 130 pounds for 3x10. And on the final set, I only get 9 reps. That means I'm probably going to reuse this weight again next week. I want to make sure I get a clean 10-10-10 instead of having that 10th rep be grinding on my first 2 sets, then not getting it on the last one. So that's one way of inducing progressive overload. You don't just jump the weight every single time. Okay, let's go another 5 pounds. What's that going to accomplish? The form's only going to look uglier and uglier, and we already know that's not bringing us faster strength gains. So sometimes the answer is a little bit more patience.
Fuck. I feel like passing out in the moment, man. It's really hot in here and I'm exhausted. But that's how you know you're making gains, when you just push it non-stop, you know?
Alright, so here's the back portion of the workout, starting off with barbell rows with only 135 pounds. Now you might be asking, Alex, why using such light weights when we know for a fact they can do the 200 with strict form, or even 300s with the cheat style? Well, my response is that I don't really do a lot of cheat rows anymore, for the simple reason that I pay extreme attention to stimulus fatigue. Not saying there's a problem with cheat form if you use it in a smart way. I've explained that many times in my yoke playlist and even my video on ego lifting. Only thing is, I like to go heavy on weighted pull-ups, on deadlifts, exercises that lend themselves better towards low reps. And although this could be done on rows, it'll typically involve a lot more body momentum, which is not really what I'm trying to do. I'd rather just get in and out of the gym, and instead of doing a 5x5 or 3x3, just do a simple 5 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 10 or just reps of 15 to 20. You're getting the same muscle building benefits anyway, provided that you're getting close to failure. So what I'm doing here is trying to get more or less weight by pausing at the top and using pretty crisp form. I could probably lower my body a little bit, but honestly this feels like a super comfortable position. So I'm just squeezing the back, contracting. I know it's weird coming from me, but that's the stage that I am right now in my lifting journey. But again, there's nothing wrong with going heavier. It's just not what I'm doing right now. Anyway, here's some inverted rows done the Alpha Destiny way. I felt like doing this instead of pull-ups today. Just wasn't feeling it. And I was curious about the Underhand grip because it's the one style I haven't really experimented with. I've done wide, neutral, grabbing on different positions, but not supinated, which is pretty interesting. So I gave it a shot today, and I got a really good contraction in the lats. And my rear delts felt amazing as well. So if your shoulders are feeling a little bit achy, or you just want to drive in some extra upper back volume, this is one of my go-tos. And it's also faster to set up than doing it from a barbell, because then you got to really make sure the height is on point, and then you got to elevate your feet if you want the extra benefits, and it just becomes more of a headache if you ask me. So the Power Rack version is just boom. You get in there, takes 2 seconds, and you're going to be in the right rep ranges anyway. Like, I typically don't get more than 15 to 30. It would be very difficult to do that unless I'm resting excessive amounts of time, but then it defeats the purpose of doing this movement. So yeah, I know it looks strange, but you got to give this a shot. It's honestly one of my favorite back movements of all time. Upside down inverted rows. At any rate, we're getting close to the end of this workout. I decided to hit the extensions and curls at the end, which is kind of unusual from me, but that's what I want to do because my body was starting to feel extremely exhausted. I was like, you know what, maybe I'll end up skipping this, but I mustered up the energy, I got it in, and I'm happy that I did so. So 3 sets of 10. As you can see, triceps are getting pretty strong, and I have to credit the chain pressing 100%. Like, when you max out on that, you do lots of volume. Extensions are a joke by comparison. And, you know, it's not a crazy weight, but it felt great. And then we got some really weak easy bar curls with only 65 pounds. But again, I'm trying to use some clean form. I'm controlling the eccentric. I'm squeezing the biceps a bit at the top. And that's all I can really say about that. There's nothing magical. It's a fucking curl. You can also throw in some hammers. It'll build the brachialis a little bit more. As long as your volume is appropriate, you should have no problem building up this area. So I'm still working on it. Obviously, it is a lagging area for me. And I would say that the volume today was subpar for the biceps. But hey, I did get some good stimulation from the rows, as the minimalist would say. And that supinated grip did pump them up. So not going to lie about that. And yeah, now we got the final finisher, one-arm double micro mini band face pull. I'm actually going to make a video on this subject, but I much prefer doing one arm at a time. You can use a heavier band tension, get a really great squeeze, and you can manipulate the hand placement a little bit more as well, such that you don't really feel the traps as much, and it just feels great on the rear delt specifically. So definitely try it on the style. And with that said, I am done talking. All right, guys, we're done this upper body workout. I really hope you enjoyed it. Try it out, and I guarantee that you will be tested. So it's one of a kind. I'm exhausted right now, and I need to go rest and eat. So let me know if you want more content like this, and I'll see you in the next workout video.